Hey guys, today we are going to be making spaghetti carbonara. Carbonara is a pasta dish that uses eggs as a creamy sauce. So when you're making a pasta dish, always start by boiling your water first, so that way it is ready when you're ready to drop your pasta. So the first step to pasta carbonara is to cut your bacon. Now remember to use your claw when you're cutting anything and take it as slow as you need to and rock your knife back and forth. Now for the bacon, you're just wanting small bite-sized pieces, and that way they'll saute up nice and quickly, and this will be the base of your sauce. So we're just going to get the bacon nice and chopped. Okay, so now we're ready. So you're going to pick up your bacon and you're going to toss it in your hot skillet. You're going to start to hear it sizzle, and that's what you want. So, when you're handling raw meats, always wear gloves, and when you're finished, take your gloves off and wash your hands. So now that your bacon is in your skillet, you're just going to move it around so that it'll start to brown. And don't worry about the excess grease that it'll produce. We're going to use that to saute our onions and garlic in later. We're just going to let this sit here for a few minutes and brown up, get nice and crispy. Now that our bacon's going, the next step would be to dice your onions. I've already pre-diced the onions, but what you're looking for is this nice small dice. So that way when you're eating the pasta, you don't get a big bite of onion. And when you're doing it, just always remember your claw and take it really nice and slow. So after that, so we've got to flip over our board. Remember to always secure it with a nice paper towel. So now that the cutting board's flipped from where we cut the bacon, my knife is nice and clean, we can demonstrate our garlic. So for this recipe, you're going to need 4 cloves of garlic. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take the side of your knife and a fist, and you're just going to smash it down. What that does, it just breaks off this skin here on the garlic. You just want to peel it off. Sometimes it takes just a minute, but it'll be worth it when you get it off. There we go. And put the skin off to the side, because you're not going to need that. And just do it again for each one of your cloves. Make sure you get all that skin out. You don't want to eat that. So now we're just going to smash these other 2. And we're going to peel off that outer skin. Now for your garlic, you're going to want a really fine dice, because you're not going to want a big bite of garlic. So you're just going to dice it nice and slow. Now if you put your hand on top of your knife, remember to keep your fingers out straight. Don't curl them, because you can catch your finger when you're rocking back and forth. And I don't want any of you losing your fingers doing this. So just put it back in a pile and rock back and forth again until you get that nice small dice you're looking for. So now that we're ready, wipe off the garlic, put it in your pile. And now that your hands smell like garlic, and I know you don't want to go to your classes smelling like garlic, what you do is when you wash your hands with soap and water afterwards, just rub it on some stainless steel, and that'll take that garlic smell away. So now we're going to check on our bacon, and it's getting nice and sauteed. It's starting to brown, which is what you're wanting. And so once it starts to brown, you can add your onions, because you're going to want them to start to saute and turn translucent, which is when they're clear. You can see through them. So we're going to add in, this is a 1/4 of an onion, about a medium-sized onion, with a small dice. We're going to add that in and stir it around. Like I said earlier, this is a egg-based sauce. So what that is for 1 pound of pasta, you're going to use 2 large eggs. And just crack them in a bowl. Ooh, about lost an egg there. Alright, so crack them in your bowl. And into your eggs is when you're going to add a teaspoon of black pepper. Now you don't need to add any salt to this dish, because the bacon is already salty on its own, and you don't want it to be you don't want to have an overly salty dish. So we're just gonna whisk this until everything is combined. You don't see any big spots of yellow, the yolk. Everything is just nice and combined. You whisk it for just a few. All right, and we will add this at the end. But see how it's just nice and whisked. Everything's together. You got your black pepper, your egg whites, and your egg yolks are nice and incorporated. So we're gonna set that off to the side. And then we're gonna get our parsley ready. Our parsley is the garnish at the end, but you're just gonna get a nice handful, just rip it off the top. It's okay if you get a few of the stems. And then what I like to do is, so you have a bunch here, I kind of like to just fold it on top of itself like this. This will help with the cutting process. Then you take your knife and you just keep your fingers tucked in, like that claw we talked about, and just rock it back and forth. You're not looking for a real small chop here, you're just looking for a nice rough chop. All right, and then there's your parsley. And we will garnish with that at the very end. And you can see the onions are starting to turn translucent. It'll take a couple more minutes. And then we will be ready to finish our dish. Overall, this dish takes about 15 minutes from prep to the end. It's a really quick dish, it's really good. And it is a staple in Italy. Okay, so now that the bacon and the onions are almost ready, we're going to add our garlic. Remember, this is 4 cloves of garlic. Just add that in. We're going to stir it around here. Let that start cooking with the bacon and the onions. Like just a few more minutes here and this should be ready. Alright. So now we're kind of at that spot where we're waiting because the water's still trying to boil. Your bacon and your onions and garlic still cooking. So this is a time where we can talk about additions to the carbonara. So this is really just a bacon and egg sauce dish, but you could add grilled shrimp to this, you could add roasted chicken, you can even add some mushrooms, or for a healthier version, maybe some roasted kale. But the traditional carbonara is just the bacon and the eggs. But at home, I do like to add some shrimp and some mushrooms, just to add a little more of a substance to the dish so that it's more fuller for dinner. But for this is a pretty good lunch meal size. So now that our bacon's done, you can see that it's all nice and brown. The onions are translucent. Some of them got brown, which is fine. The garlic's all nice and heated and flavored into the bacon fat. And we're gonna keep this fat in here because this is just gonna be part of the sauce. So now that it's done, I've just turned the heat off and you're just gonna leave this to sit. Just like this. Oh. And now our water is boiling, which is perfect. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop our 1 pound of pasta in. Now be real careful when you do this because you don't want that boiling water to splatter in your face. So now that the pasta is cooked for 9 minutes, it's al dente, we're gonna drain it off. Always pour away from you so you don't get splattered with hot water. You're gonna get a nice steam facial. Okay, just let the steam go so I can see. Alright, so I got my hot pads. We're gonna pick up this, shake off that extra water. Woo! Pasta. Add all of your pasta in. There we go. And you're going to take your spatula and you just want to combine everything together. Alright. Stir it around. Get bacon and onions and garlic incorporated all the way through the pasta. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. So now that we've got the bacon incorporated, we can turn the heat off. Now when we add the eggs, which is the last step here, always turn off your heat, remove it from the heat source, because you don't want to scramble your eggs when you add it into the pasta. because you're wanting a really nice creamy sauce, not scrambled eggs. That way you get all of that egg incorporated here. Okay. And the egg's hard to see because really all it's doing is just coating the pasta and making it nice and creamy. It's not like you're going to visually be able to see the sauce. This isn't like spaghetti and meatballs where you can see the red sauce. This is just, it's a coating. And so you can see how the noodles are kind of glistening a little here. That's the egg sauce. It's really simple, it's really quick, and it's really, really tasty. Roll your noodles. Pick it up. And so now we just, you don't want a big portion of this, but you do want a nice portion to taste. That's beautiful. So now what we're going to do with our pasta here is we're just going to garnish it with a little bit of that chopped parsley we did earlier. And bon appetit!